Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from Maelstrom in the good old Gouf custom. Been a while since I ran this. I probably need to go back to it at some point. It could probably use some buffs at this stage. I don't remember the last time it got any. Maybe it was in last year's Festival of Buffs. I don't recall. But, it's a decent raid with a really good Gatling that, was another candidate for best machine gun in the game for a while after it was introduced. And, still does pretty good damage, a lot of ammo. And there's a jammer fin, which hit Mail with the heavy stagger beam. He's going to counter with a nice big downswing. The Gouf custom, unlike the standard Gouf, has a very wide neutral swing. So if you're if you're surrounded by allies, the downswing, besides doing the most damage, is the best candidate because, the neutral swing on this is just kind of a swing to the right. It's like visually very similar to the rightward swing. So, the downswing again, just very linear, easier to control who gets hit that way. Let's see. And over there we have, something that just got behind cover. And let's see, Maelstrom is going up to this roof here. Hi, brain. But, man, it is getting cold here. I hope everybody, everybody out there who is also in the cold can stay warm because, man, it is, not only is it getting cold, it is wreaking havoc with my sinuses. The new room I moved to down the hall, though, does not really get cold, which is actually, having me, giving me trouble adjusting my blanket levels for that. But it's much less drafty than the room I was in for, oh, Lord, probably longer than some of you have been alive. I was in that room for 30-some years, and now I'm in a slightly larger room elsewhere in the house, so... I'm sure this is very exciting to everybody. This is important information that must be shared. But let's see. Yep, Maelstrom sent thanks because that's always good manners when someone's helping you repair. He's got about a third of his health and plenty of legs, so that's not a bad position to be in. It's another one of those Maelstrom's team won the first wipe situations. So there's 3 of them that are kind of dented up, and the enemy team going to be coming in mostly fresh, so it all kind of depends on which team can hang together better, honestly. The NTX seems to be getting some good damage in on some distant targets, so so far looking pretty good for the allied team, I think. Because the enemy team does seem to have split up a little bit. Let's see, that is, I think... Is it the Conroy Jagan or the Echoes? I think it's the Echoes Jagan that has the blue flame grenade, the Fire Nut. That is the actual name, I swear. Let's see, Methus drops. To be honest, that's one that I would kind of like to see just, the Methus we've had in the game has always been the Methus heavy weapons version, because the standard Methus does not really have any weapons except for those beam pistols and the sabers. For some reason, that thing has 6 beam sabers. So I'm not sure why that is, but also just a standard version of the Methus that starts at like a slightly lower cost would be interesting, I think. That's one they could introduce, like a single beam pistol version that a single beam pistol to go with the double, just to give it more weapon variety. Also, I feel like since I don't think it ever threw a beam saber in the show, but it has 6 of them, 3 on each leg, as I recall, so it may as well. That would be an interesting way to distinguish it from the heavy. But I have a feeling if the game goes on long enough, that will happen eventually. Because I do not remember the Methus ever sporting double clay bazookas within Zeta Gundam. Maybe that was another Unicorn thing. I've watched most of Unicorn now, but I have kind of forgotten it. I've forgotten all the various cameos and such. I did not To be honest, I kind of doubt the Methus would be there, given that the Rizel is pretty much in many ways, just further enhancement of that. But yeah, been a while since I saw any of those out either. So, interesting to see that on one team and a Gouf custom on the other. Let's see, and Maelstrom's going up after it, which, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Number 5 also went up after it. Number 5 is the general version of the Jim Spartan. Oh, yeah, and horrible time for the Gatling to need to reload. Could have gotten some more bullets into that fin, but just, yeah, not going to happen. At least not yet. As I recall, the Shield Gatling does have a pretty long reload. I think Maelstrom's using the backup Gatling precisely because it was probably not ready yet. But I was about to say, probably is by now. So, yeah, that's not a terrible thing to have a chance to use against the Ifrit Jaeger. As a long range general sniper with weapons that let it hold its own up close relatively well as well, the Ifrit Jaeger can be a real problem. And there is the full 3-hit combo, followed by the Heat Rod, nicely executed, and that was it for that Engage Gundam. Something in the Engage family, anyway. That's another one. There's so many variants of this, I have trouble telling them apart. I do like it, though. I keep thinking about the Bandai Engage Gundam or Engage Zero or both, but just, yeah, especially now that, now that Surugaya is more expensive than it used to be, because, oh man, every time I order from them anymore, which is not very often, DHL assesses a, like, $17.50 processing fee on top of the tariffs, so, yeah. Probably later today, I'm going to be getting the G-Quux Endymion unit and the GMG collection normal suit versions of Amuro and Char, and also a newer issue of Gundam Ace, and I think that's going to be it for. Let's see, I think that's the Jaeger smacking Mal from the side. Well, we'll get to see what kind of Engage it is, because I think that's what won the fight, so... Engage Zero Booster. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like I said, I like the basic Engage Gundam, just, style-wise. That's another one that was a token pack suit that I don't think has been added to the game yet in higher levels. It could stand to do that. Because I seem to recall the standard one had like, an ability that the booster type did not, that I rather liked. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it being pretty good. And that is the round, and Maelstrom's side pulled it off. And we will get to look at the final scores here. NTX is another one I haven't used in a while I should take back out. But let's see, top diversions for Mail, which, let's see, 58,000, 5 and 2, very nice. It's like, after running the Squid Game Maria Shield gym yesterday, it's like, I'm sitting there thinking, man, top diversions, but he was in such muted colors. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. Yeah, I'm kind of hung up on what to do for the rest of the GMG figures, because they're still making more. I believe there's going to be a Mirai. Kai in his normal suit is already out. There's Rambaral in his, but I think one Rambaral is enough for me. They just announced the Black Tri-Stars, both in individual packs and a 3-pack. The 3-pack has an alternate. Did he just use me for a springboard face for Gaia? But yeah, just like, I really like these, but just even before tariffs and what have you, they were like right on the threshold of what I considered, reasonable for a high-end, 1/18 scale figure to begin with. So, not going to kill me if I decide to let some of those go.